Morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. What opens with Miss Candace finding out that she has been stalked, and what closes with Miss Veronica showing that she is the stalker supreme. She did a stalk walk on the scene. If you guessed, the haves and the have-nots. Is it episode 15, 16? I think it's episode 15. I had a glitch in my system. For some reason, on demand, I couldn't get last week's episode. I tried several times last week, and it was like 1, 2, 3. And well, on my on demand, it's 1, 2, and 3 now, even though it's a mid-season thing. And today, when I went in to watch the haves and the have-nots on demand, it's like episode 1, 2, 3, 5. I don't know what's up with episode 4 or whatever it was, whatever the sequential order is. So we're just going to have to move forward, because I have tried repeatedly to go back, but I don't know. But if you want to see how I got from opening to closing on this episode, please stick around. Thank you for clicking. I'm Angela, and the channel is Be Fabulous You. All right, let's go. So we kind of pick up where we left off at the end of that other episode that I did see. I just didn't take notes on because I figured I'd watch it again. But anyway, Candace and Obama Charles are, she's been arrested by his Secret Service surveillance type team. And it's like, take her. They have fake surveillance with 5 years worth of stuff establishing her as a terroristic type person. They talking about taking her to Guantanamo Bay. What happened to the last one? Charles asked the guys. They're like, I think she got life, or she may be at Guantanamo Bay. And Candace, Charles, you can't do this to me. I am a law student. And he's like, did you really record our convo? And she's like, just the part I shared with you. And then they unhandcuff her, and they take her phones. And she's like, those are my phones. And they're like, not anymore. And then they're like, let's start fresh, And he's like, okay, well, sorry, we haven't met. I'm Senator Charles Featherstone of Michigan, soon to be the 46th president of the United States. How many times have you scammed? You're out of your league. And she's like, I thought I had you figured out. And he's like, well, Chucky is my alter ego. He's the mean one. The one you've been dealing with, that's Charles. Now I'm taking my clothes off. I don't care if you're in the mood or not. I'm granting you the opportunity to sleep with me, who's going to be the next president. And Candace is like, no. And Charles is like, well, I'm hoping that you could be one of those places where I can take care of my needs. I'm like, and Candace is like, I am the only one, not one of. I am a mess and can't be trusted. And then he's like, Charles, I can trust you as long as I have the power. And then a man comes in and is talking about the killing of Candace's child, but just saying there was a child in the neighborhood you're about to go speak in that's been killed, and you need to talk about the child. And Charles is like, well, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to exploit the mother or the grandmother and the family in the situation. And they're like, well, it's too hot on the block not to mention it. It's not going to look good. And he really didn't want to talk to the man, to Charles, in front of Candace. But Charles is like, come on. And then the man is like, come on, we really need to go. And Charles is like, I'm in the middle of a private conversation. You don't tell me when to go. And the guy is like, I hired you. You hired me to help you. I'm trying to help you. But anyway, but I don't know if Charles knows that the child killed is Candace's child. I don't get that impression, nor do I get the impression that the man who is coming and doing the PR stuff knows that that's Candace's child that's been killed. Okay, so then we see Veronica visiting her grandbaby in the belly of Melissa in the hospital. That child, Melissa, well, whoever. But the baby, she visiting the baby. But no, she's not. She visiting Melissa. And she's like, you gave me quite a scare. This is where you say, I'm sorry, Veronica. And then Melissa says, I'm sorry, Veronica. And then Veronica's like, you put the baby in harm's way. And then Melissa's like, is that all you care about? And Veronica is like, am I missing something? What else would I care about? And then Melissa's like, me. And then Veronica is like, nope. You want to be a good mom? Slap! Slap! And then Melissa's like, don't touch me. And then Veronica slaps her again. Slap! And then she's like, you know, you did this because you want attention. This is Veronica talking to Melissa. You want sympathy. Another old Negro died. We move on. If you really wanted to die, you'd be dead. I ought to slap you again for ruining my sheets and messing up my beauty sleep. You take care of that baby in your belly, which is my legacy, or I will take care of you. And even you'll eat. I'm gonna make sure that you eat, even if it's just the crumbs off the baby's table. Melissa, you do that again, and you won't have to worry about dying. You won't have to worry about living in a catatonic state. You'll be alive, and you'll feel everything, and you'll see everything, and hear everything, but you won't be able to move. And then she kisses her on the forehead and leaves. Okay, so then I thought we were at the funeral home, but actually Catherine and Hannah are talking to the funeral director type guy, and they're picking stuff for the funeral, determining the day and everything. And Hannah is not really responsive at first, and then Catherine is like, okay, well, just pick that one. And then Hannah is like, well, how much does it cost? And Catherine is like, I told you, I got you, I'll pay. And then we see that we're not at the funeral home. The funeral guy leaves. Now, I guess I've only planned one funeral. So maybe that's, I don't know. I had to go to the funeral home. I didn't know that the funeral people came to you. But maybe if you're Catherine Cryer, the funeral people come to you. Okay. So then Mitch calls Hannah. And Hannah is like, where's Benny? Why are you calling me? Where is he? And Benny is like, he just stepped out. He's at the store. Benny asked me not to tell you. And then Catherine gets on the phone. She's like, where's Benny? And then Mitch is like, he's in jail. He's been arrested for the Quincy Maxwell thing. Don't tell her. And then Hannah is like, where's Benny? And then Catherine is like, he's fine. He's fine. And Hannah is like, where is he? And then Catherine is like, he's in jail, Hannah, over Quincy Maxwell's death. And then Hannah just leaves. She just walk out the door. And Catherine is like, wait, I'll get you a car or something. But Hannah, she walking fast to the jailhouse. She can't wait. She got to go. Okay, so then we see Wyatt waking up. Remember, he's in the hospital with his OD. And he's been detoxing with his detox from drugs. And Anna, I think, is the Spanish-speaking drug counselor. She's there. And he says that he wants to go home. He's getting discharged. Did you notice he didn't even ask about Jeff? Now, when Jeff was there, oh, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. And he ain't, I thought that was the first question he gonna ask. Where's Jeff? Oh, Jeff. But he ain't even care about Jeff. Okay, so then his father, Judge Cryer comes in. What's his first name? But anyway, he comes in. And he comes to the room, and he's like, his son is like, what are you doing here? And then Judge Cryer is like, my son is in the hospital. I wanted to see you. And then his son is like, I don't want to see you. And then the father, Wyatt's father is like, are you afraid? Why do you back away from me? And then his son, Wyatt, is like, because you threw me in a cell with a maniac. I have enough money that I never have to deal with you again. I have all my inheritance. You can forget about me. And then his father, Judge Cryer, is like, I love you. And then his son, Wyatt, is like, you can't keep me from testifying against you. And then Judge Cryer is like, I don't care about that. I was in jail and I couldn't get to you. And then his Wyatt is like, I put you in jail. And then his Judge Cryer is like, just give us back the money so we can take care of you. And then his Wyatt is like, why? And then Judge Cryer is like, you're an addict. And then Wyatt is like, I'm getting treatment and I don't want to see you or mom again. I'm testifying. I don't want to see you again. And then, we see Jim calling Oscar. And he's like, what do you have in place to get the money back for my son? He will fail. He's trying to get treatment, but he will fail. And we need to get the money back. And then Oscar's like, I got it. And then we see that Oscar is in the parking lot. And he's with Anna, the Spanish-speaking drug counselor. And he's like, you don't know me. My name is Oscar, but I have a deal for you. Okay, so that's the end of that. And then we're at the jailhouse rock. And we see Veronica arriving to see Benny. And he's like, what's going on? And Veronica is like looking through his file. It's the Quincy Maxwell murder. And Benny is like, the Secret Service came in here talking about I'm a terrorist. And Veronica's like, no, they didn't. That's not in your file. They have charged you with murder. And then she's like, you know, this doesn't make legal sense. I'm confused. Who could be railroading you? What, the Secret Service? And then he's like, I know I put it on you, but stop playing these games with me. And then she's like, I'm not playing games. What high-powered person did you piss off? And then Benny is like, David. And then Veronica's like, David is not this powerful. I'll get you out of here, and we will deal with this issue of who put it on whom when you get out of here and you work off this retainer with your booty and your body. Okay, so then we see Jeff. He's being called by Hannah and by Anna, and he's like, you know, she's like, he's going home. I'll keep you posted. And then the cop, Copper Justin, knocks on the door, and Jeff is like, who told you I was here? And then Copper is like, I followed you. I couldn't call. Your mom threatened to call my wife if I wouldn't leave you alone. Will she do it? And then Jeff is like, of course she will. And then Copper Justin is like, I know you don't want to see me again. And then Jeff is like, that's not true. And then the Copper is like, I know I screwed up when I attacked you, but please tell me, am I doing better? And then Jeff is like, time will tell. Time will tell. The writing and the acting, what are they doing? Okay. And then Copper Justin is like, I opened my heart to you and you don't care. Give me a pass. I know I hurt you and I tried to kill you. I'm sorry. And then Jeff is like, just leave. And then Copper Justin is like, your mom is threatening to tell my wife and I'm still here. I'm committed. Don't you miss me? What, is Wyatt coming over? Sorry. Can you call me, please? Okay, that's the end of the scene with them. And then we see David and Erica, and they're at a restaurant. And Erica is like, you know, I need to apologize for the other night. I was just overwhelmed. We were drinking. And he's like, you know, I came on too hard, too fast, too hard. You know, I'm sorry. It was too much. And she's like, no, it was everything. It was perfect. You're wonderful. Woo! You the bee's knees. And then, it was everything I wanted it to be. You have so many talents. You're a man of many talents, she says. And then he's like, I didn't think you wanted me to see me again. And she's like, Erica's like, I really do like you, but I don't do the crazy ex-wife thing. I mean, the flowers. I mean, what is she capable of? Enter Veronica. And Veronica says, you have no idea. And that's the end of the episode. Woo! It's the best soap opera ever. Have I ever watched a soap opera before? But anyway, that was it for the haves and the have-nots. Thank you so much for watching. Be you, be fabulous you. Bye, bye, bye.